What's up, everyone? Shamika Sanders, host of Listen to Black Women here. We brought in a group of black men to discuss and respond to the advice, commentary, and wisdom offered from one of our episodes of Listen to Black Women. Today, we are talking about why good guys finish last.
I feel like some people, and I can definitely put myself in this category because I've been super guilty of it, didn't pick good guys or good men, because we're normalizing trauma. We think that to be in love is exciting and it should be danger, and it's we think that all of these things are normal. When you meet a nice guy where it's just it's easy, it's oh, well, I don't trust it because I don't know what that is. So much of black love is about struggle. Why does our love have to be struggled for it to be this is what it's supposed to be exciting and feel good?
Let's see what the men had to say.
Yeah, I think Africa touched on something where we deal with women that have their own traumas. Maybe we have to dig more when we meet people to understand what they come with. I think maybe we don't do it enough, and we get in deep and we don't really understand relationships that women have had prior, why they react the way that they react to certain things. You catch reactions that come from left field, and then you're everything becomes residual.
It then begs the question, do we as men bring our own traumas into these situations? These unresolved traumas or biases or whatever, what have you, that might contribute to that view?
I think undoubtedly it plays a part, and I think it just in the call and response. So with this young man, for whatever reason, whatever he's been through that's allowed him to be labeled as the bad guy, his early experiences with women and him being women being attracted to him, that kind of reinforces that attitude for him. And so he kind of carries on some of these maladaptive behaviors because at one point they served a purpose, but now as an adult, it's this same thing that gave you that inner sense of meaning and definition is not the same standard that you're going to be judged by anymore. So I think all of our traumas play a part in it, and they kind of reinforce each other and they build upon each other to a point where it's just not sustainable, and we realize that we're not actually building so much as butting heads.
When it comes to me and I'm going and I'm dating these guys, they want to mistreat me. But then when they go to other girls of other cultures, they going above and beyond, and it's okay. So let me just go to the hood nigga, because the hood nigga already gonna go above and beyond when he comes to a girl like me, because he's gonna appreciate what I bring to the table versus a good guy who knows he has all these options. He's gonna take me for granted. So I'll just go to the hood nigga who gonna, take me on the adventure I desire.
All right, so let's get to it. Hood niggas, good dudes. Is there even a difference? Is there some truth to that? Black women kind of having this fondness for the thug cat, the street corner dude, as opposed to the nerdy cat in the corner scribbling love notes or something.
I was listening to the clip, and it's I think experience was, she was with a good guy, and he didn't respect her or whatever, and she feels that if she goes to the hood or whatever, she's gonna find someone that is dreaming of being with, this queen, this princess. I don't know that they're he has nothing else to do, but, he's sitting there waiting for, that opportunity, and I think just because it's somebody in the hood or whatever, I don't think he's at the bottom of the totem pole, I think he needs a chance to become who, God has wanted him to be, too.
I think it has to be something to it if it's a question, if women like bad guys. But I think something she should ask herself is, or someone like her is, what exactly is she looking for? Because she used her example and said, well, she's gonna go to this hood nigga to get the attention that she's seeking, which is fine. But then it's what is she looking for? Does she want longevity? Is it longevity and just seeking that? So depending on what someone wants, a woman would want that thrill. And you go to those spaces for those reasons, you know what I mean? So I don't know if she's necessarily wrong. And we got to remember that she's one person, so there's no way that, she's the spokesperson for all women. You know what I mean? There's going to be somebody for everybody.
I think what it sounds like she's looking for more than anything is balance. I think that's ultimately what it becomes. I don't think the good guy and the bad guy are two separate entities. Because if you wanted to date someone who was just too nice and doing everything all of the time, there's no challenge in that. You're going to get bored. But if you want to date somebody who's the complete opposite of that, where they're like unpredictable, like you can't depend on them, that has its downsides as well. So that's not what you want from that conventional bad guy, that hood nigga, the lack of responsibility. I think more than anything, what we need is like a mixture of the two of those. Somebody you can depend on sometimes, but then he could also have his streaks that's a little unpredictable, and you see him step out of his comfort zone and things like that.
Finish this thought for me. When black men listen to black women on why they pick good guys last.
I don't think we know what a woman really wants. And we, it's like that, like we hit it, we hit it on the tail, but I don't think we understand. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're not alone. I mean, I think, granted, we are talking about generalizations too, right? Even when we talk about a hood dude, good guy, like knowing women is like everyone is different. Like, how do we not attach our biases about a group of people into, like, even when we were watching that clip, it makes me wonder, like, she's talking about the dude that's going to give her the adventure and something. Like, you'll be with the good guy, and then he'll do this and that and third. And again, that's a generalization of a group. Right. And granted, there's some substantiated evidence to a certain kind of generalization, but still going into a situation with, like, you are you as a person, right?
Yeah, when black men listen to black women on why they pick good guys last, I imagine a lot of good guys rolling their eyes.
Why? Oh yeah, now you gotta elaborate on that, because that's.
Well, I mean, because it's just that is kind of like a woman's, in one way, where they're being accountable for maybe bad decisions they've made in the past, and I think a lot of men would agree that they don't think women in general are not really great at being forthcoming, being accountable for those type of things. So if they're very clear with that at some point, and honest about that, that's why a guy would probably like, you know what I mean? Because you as a person probably haven't changed much within that span of time, you know what I mean? When they may have made certain decisions, but they've changed, and you're saying to yourself, well, you could have, you know, what took so long? That type of thing, you know what I mean? Like you had to really go through the dirt that much to, you know, and that's just an impulsive reaction. That's not like throwing shots at their experience, but that's just your, you know, in the moment what someone would think.
It makes me realize how dangerous it could be to practice like black and white thinking. And I understand we come in contact with a lot of people, and our natural state is to just compartmentalize and say good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. But sometimes the guy who starts off good does very bad things, and a bad guy can find his redemption and it being really good things. We got to learn to take people on a case-by-case basis and live in the moment. Give everybody a shot, a genuine shot, and kind of shake those preconceived notions, because you never know. Your bad guy might be a good guy, and vice versa.
Thank you all for tuning in. You just saw another episode of When Black Men Listen to Black Women. Please feel free to drop some comments, share, retweet, whatever the case might be. And also, please, please, please check out more episodes of Listen to Black Women on MadameNoire and Hello Beautiful.
Peace.